Hey guys, welcome back to Beer Geek Nation. I'm your host, Chris. Thanks for joining me once again. Tonight, I'm starting my Oktoberfest series. This is the Kaiser from Avery Brewing. It is their Imperial Oktoberfest, available now. Comes in at 9.73%, so it is a very, very big Oktoberfest. Usually Oktoberfest beers sit between 4.5, 5.5, maybe up to 6, but that's kind of pushing it. This is actually the first Imperial style beer that I was ever given or ever tasted. At the time, I didn't know what I was drinking. I was confused. I was dumbfounded. I started to feel drunk after a glass of it, and I wanted more. So with that said, let me get into a glass, let you know how it smells, how it tastes, give you the verdict on the Kaiser Imperial Oktoberfest Lager from Avery Brewing. Comes in at 9.73%. And for you 40-ounce guys, you'll notice on the side right here, I'll try to get a shot of it, that it says malt liquor right on the side there. Let's go. Alright, so the appearance on Avery's the Kaiser. It's that very, very typical Oktoberfest orange, reddish, really, really like a dark golden color. Very typical off-white head to the style. Not a lot of head, but again, this beer is 9.73%. You know, with high alcohol beers, you tend to lose head retention, so that is to be expected. It's very clear. It's a lot clearer than I remember, so it's obviously filtered, but you know, it's a very traditional looking style Oktoberfest beer. All right, so the aroma on the Kaiser. Yeah, you got those fruity esters from the lager yeast, which you don't get in a lot of like macro lagers. You do get a lot of craft style lagers, double box, my box, Oktoberfest beers. It's a fruitiness. It's just the nature of a lager yeast. That's what they produce. There's definitely some alcohol in this one. The rest of it is all malt, sweet malt, a tiny bit of like a toasted malt flavor, a little bit of breadiness, but the lager yeast is really the star in this one, just the fruity esters from that yeast. It's just as good as I remember it. It's very sweet. That's one of those things. I think traditional Oktoberfests tend to be sweet, but not too sweet. They kind of back off. You do get that graininess. This one, you get a lot of the sweetness, but instead of graininess kind of backing off, it's the alcohol that kind of backs it off. You get a lot of deep, dark caramel notes in this. You get the lager yeast kind of fruitiness, the esters from that yeast, mixing with these gigantic kind of caramel notes, sugary notes, very sweetness. There's a taste of like a fresh kind of graininess in there. It's such a big beer, and they make no qualms about it. This tastes like a big beer. The alcohol burns. You know, the malt just kind of fills your mouth. The mouthfeel is just crazy in this one. It's like chomping into a piece of bread. It just screams fall. It just screams traditional German lager to me, and it shouldn't. And, you know, it's probably the most untraditional German lager you'll ever have. But I really, really enjoy it, and this is still one of the best tasting Oktoberfests I've ever had. All right, so the verdict on Avery Brewing's The Kaiser, coming at 9.73%, available now. I got to give this one an A+. Is it a traditional Oktoberfest? Absolutely not. Is it going to compete with an Eyinger or a Hofbrauhaus? It competes with them on a different kind of level. It has those traditional Oktoberfest notes. They're definitely there. The caramel, the sweetness, the toffee, the lager yeast characters. But it kind of ramps it up and adds that extra little bit of alcohol kind of burn to it to kind of mellow everything out. If you can get it, definitely pick it up. Have it. Let me know what you guys think, how it compares to, say, an Eyinger or a Hofbrauhaus or Sam Adams. Balances all the Oktoberfest characters, you know, the caramel, the toffee, the lager yeast characters. There's enough carbonation in there to kind of get everything going in your mouth. The mouthfeel, just, you know, it's like you're chewing on the beer. And I think there's enough in there to kind of compete with those Oktoberfest beers. But at the same time, it just sets itself apart with the alcohol content and the sweetness and the different kind of malts characters that you get in here that you don't get in a traditional Oktoberfest, but they end up working so well together with those traditional aspects that I think it's just a phenomenal beer. I highly recommend it. Definitely go check it out. It is Avery Brewing's The Kaiser, coming in at 9.73%. Available now. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, life's too short, my friends. Drink amazing beers. Prost.